You talk to people here in Asheville, they always end with, we are going to rebuild. And it's just amazing by coincidence that I'm able to have our guest on right now, because a group of architects and engineers and a lot of people came not only from the Asheville area, but also from Tennessee to be able to talk about what that rebuilding process is like. So I want to bring in right now Margaret Horne. You have your own architecture firm in Johnson City, Tennessee, but you're here in Asheville to talk about the Blue Ridge Mountains as a whole. So tell me about what you guys talked about at this meeting.
Yeah, so my name's Horne, and I own Polyarch Architecture and Design in Johnson City, and I'm a member of the American Institute of Architects East Tennessee. Our members were invited to the American Institute of Architects Asheville section meeting today to come together after the storm. We talked about a wide range of issues, very complex, overlapping issues, but to parse through that, I think we can look at this in short-term and long-term goals. In the short term, what we're seeing in areas in East Tennessee, such as Erwin, which were hit really badly by the storm, is a need to winterize immediately. We need to get people in basic housing and to have the ability to run businesses at least at limited capacity for the short term. In Erwin, we're hearing that there's plenty of supplies donated for people, but not enough for buildings. So insulation, plywood, weather barriers, all of these are needed for winterizing in the short term. At our Asheville meeting, people spoke about building departments issuing emergency permits, and there's a concern that people are building back like normal too soon before really having an understanding of the risks at hand.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because when you explained to me the issues like soil's not the same anymore. Explain that to me, because as we're hearing, as they're hosing down this area and construction going on, when you talk about rebuilding too soon, what does that mean?
Yeah, so everyone's eager to get back to normal, but there's issues that we need to really study before we can feel safe in doing that. For example, in Erwin, there's reports of the soil beneath the buildings having shifted. So what once was clay, stable, soil for construction is now sand. So we need to document and map the change in the soil. We need civil engineers working on this.
But you even said that the maps, too, aren't accurate because of what happened with Hurricane Helene.
Right. So we also need to understand, in Asheville, at this meeting, people spoke about how the soil may be contaminated from the pollution that was in the river. So we also need to map and test and document where the contamination is before people can feel safe in inhabiting these buildings again.
When you walked out of the meeting today, how did you feel?
Frankly, I felt overwhelmed, but I, trust in this process of transformation that we're in a rapidly changing climate. We need to trust one another to come together. We need to trust our ability to shape regulations and policies. We need land use planning and uniform building code in order to qualify for FEMA brick funding, and we need rural and urban planning throughout the Blue Ridge Mountains across the state line.
Yeah, Polly, thanks so much for giving us perspective. We never really hear from an architect's perspective as to what it means to rebuild. But Morgan, as I send it back to you in the studio, so much to be able to talk about. And as I always say, the best people to put on TV are the people who don't want to go on television. So thank you so much for being with us here on Queen City News.